Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner MetaZone in Rovi, and today we're going to talk about the U.S. Department of the Treasury is attacking DeFi and all of crypto again.
Is it again?
Yeah, they attacked crypto in the sense of Tornado Cash.
Yeah, but that was like a target, right? Like a specific hit.
Well, this one is a specific hit too. It's just it's a little bit more broader.
Well, they did like an umbrella assessment now. Maybe because of Tornado Cash, maybe they're like, you know what? Maybe we should look at like everything else in DeFi and crypto, see what else is going on as far as criminal activities. Right? That's kind of like the job of the United States. I guess. I don't know about the Treasury Department, but anyways. That's what they did. Yeah. They did an umbrella assessment. They released it this morning. And these are the results. Basically, all of DeFi and crypto is being leveraged by terrorist organizations all over the planet. So
that's why it exists, right?
According to them, you know, because, yeah, you're right. We've heard this narrative before about Tornado Cash specifically.
Yeah.
But now they're umbrellaing like the whole sector under
this is the, I guess, a slippery slope of, hey, let's invent a car. Then the first person that uses it to kill like a mass of people, let's just ban cars.
Yeah. Well, I guess it hasn't gotten to that stage yet because, but obviously that's what happened in Tornado Cash. They did end up banning it. So that's probably the most logical like next step.
And it was a big ban. It was from OFAC, right? So that ban was a global ban, at least from the perspective of the United States. So no American citizen that touches that application is now a criminal. From
that point forward.
Yeah.
So if they follow down the same, pathway.
I guess if you use Uniswap, all of a sudden you're a criminal.
Anything. If you've ever touched anything digital, basically, you're a terrorist.
Yeah.
You're in the same ranks. So that's not good, man. Like is this the United States
recognizing that its DeFi could replace the global financial system?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's what they're concerned about. At least
not
yet.
I don't think so. It doesn't seem like it. But they're having troubles with the dollar, right? So maybe they are feeling heat from this side as well. But what they should really be worried about is BRICS, but not DeFi.
Well, the dollar ties it to it for sure. You know, that's why I always assumed at some point the United States would not have such a favorable like outlook on Bitcoin and its value proposition and everything because it's a detractor, I guess, or it's a possible escape vehicle from the people who no longer consider the dollar valuable, right? Or they're gonna have to park that money somewhere. So Bitcoin.
So let's talk about that for a second. So if Bitcoin is an escape vehicle, then gold is not in that context.
It definitely is.
Right. So then,
but
they already banned gold in the 30s, right, or whatever it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they actually have a huge reserve of it as well. So they have a big interest.
So you can't have it, but I can.
Yes. And because I have it, keep doing it, keep extracting it. Well, you can't really buy much with gold, but you can exchange it for.
Man, imagine if the United States just amassed like millions of Bitcoin.
Well, that's been your prediction, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's a smarter play for the United States, but
possible.
It is. Yeah. It just seems like low probability.
Yeah.
It seems like it just because a lot of times we don't agree with their decision making, right? So like why would they make a good decision this time, right?
Well, in this case, I think it's just we've been in this whole bear market. The government's SEC, everyone's trying to figure out how to quantify what needs to be regulated and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of like another part of that. Obviously, of course, it's technology. It's open. It's permissionless.
Yeah.
It's going to be leveraged and accessed by all walks of life.
Yeah.
People trying to do good, people trying to do bad. It's the way it works.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, now what? The United States has recognized that. They want to come in and impose, the same regulations that our, traditional financial markets have, such as what do they call that? AML, anti-money laundering,
KYC, know your customer,
more KYC, counterterrorism, stuff like this. There's all these different regulations that traditional banks and financial institutions have to abide by, right?
So can you have a completely DeFi protocol follow these regulations?
That's the question. How the hell?
Yeah. How do you do that? How would you do that? So maybe you would have a lot of these documents that you're supplying to follow the regulations be stored in a decentralized network.
Yeah.
Right. You can have that. You can use that.
Like a passport, right? Remember, we interviewed a protocol recently.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. What is it?
No, we should know the name. Is it
something with a C, isn't it?
No. I'll look it up real quick.
Something with a
Quadratta.
Quadratta. There you go.
That's close.
Yeah.
It's close enough. But
Yeah.
the C, like
Yeah.
got us on the right path.
Yeah.
So it's Quadratta. That's exactly what they're working on,
Yeah,
right? Like
that's right.
an identity like wrapper into like a passport that is associated to all of your real world, rankings as far as like whether or not you might likely be a terrorist.
Yeah, and
Things
not
like
only
this.
that, I mean, you could use cryptography to prove that that is your information, right? So it's stored on this decentralized network. Nobody actually needs to see it, but Quadratta, for example, could supply like a signature of your information to these DeFi protocols. Like, yeah, that is you. IMAN is actually using this DeFi protocol.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
it's
there's solutions to
yeah,
this.
it doesn't mean like for sure this is like DeFi is going to get banned
Yeah.
from the United States.
Yeah.
It's just the United States has to now spend time, I guess, figuring out
Yeah.
the right implementations to not just completely exclude Americans from this whole new emerging digital economy.
Yeah,
You know.
this is why I have an optimistic view of this.
You
'cause
do.
I feel like they're going to figure it out. They're not going to just concede a loss here.
Yeah, like that's the knee-jerk reaction I got from seeing this headline and, it hits your Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, the United States saying something, crypto is
Yeah, sensational.
nefarious, yeah.
Sensational titles.
sensationalism.
for the
yeah.
clicks,
Yeah.
right? That's what you want, right? That's how you get the Twitter views and the retweets.
Yeah, but it's also because of, recent events,
Well, that too.
It's kind of like supporting this whole sentiment and actual like direct statements from the White House and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But still, even with that, like you're probably right. It's this crypto and Web3 is too much to just exclude themselves from.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got to do something, even if it's just being part of it, so that they can like monitor what's going on, like the rest of the world's transfers.
Yeah. And think about from their perspective, they're dealing with like all kinds of stuff like outside of just technology, right? Geopolitics, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, there's, I guess, some evidence to suggest that DeFi is being used for illegal or illicit purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And so all they can do is just be like, all right, all this is like going to be investigated.
Yeah.
But who knows? This isn't like a complete, statement from them.
No.
As a declaratory statements or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's just this is what they found. So something is going to have to follow this finding. I don't think it's probably not going to be as severe as what happened in Tornado Cash.
Yeah, because
it can't be.
Yeah,
You can't
there's
just-
too many protocols just to like.
Just nuke,
Yeah.
push the cancel button on.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I think you're right, and this is good. Like a positive spin has come out from this.
Yeah. This
'Cause
Doom episode.
Exactly. We didn't want to record this at first because like, oh man, it's like more doom. We're piling on like the doomer sentiment behind crypto. But no, there are actual tech solutions. There's ways to solve this problem. The United States can still fulfill all their regulatory
Requirements.
obligations, and the DeFi platforms can stay compliant.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful. That's the way it should be, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're all going to get these passports, these online passports.
Mm-hmm.
We're all going to store our private information in a decentralized network.
Yeah.
And we're all going to use cryptography to prove that that's our identity.
Yep.
And we're going to be having access to DeFi across any jurisdiction.
Yeah, participating in a worldwide network of
Yeah, because think about it. If you have this passport and you do your trades and you end up racking up $1 million worth of profits, right, from your trades, the government's going to know now. They're going to know exactly just by leveraging blockchain. It's like this guy traded, his input was this much, his output was this much.
Yeah.
And then you put time on it, and then all of a sudden you have, capital gains, short term and long term.
Yep.
It's easy, dude.
You're saying like this is they're gonna love this. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. They're gonna love.
There's no reason for them to be in resistance to it.
Yeah. How could any government not like transparent transactions?
You're right, 100%. So yeah, even though they've identified potential bad actors, and specifically, I think North Korea from this report.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing as you said about Tornado Cash.
Exactly.
You're right. Like the fundamental value that blockchain possesses and provides, like society as a whole.
Yeah.
It's something you can't expect any nation to like try and detract or remove themselves from. It's just too beneficial
for them.
I know. Well, yeah,
for them. Yeah.
I know. To them and to everybody, to everything.
Yeah.
So this is fine. This is part of like the
discovery.
It's
this
part of the
learning.
maturation process. Yeah. Now clearly the government is looking hard.
Yeah.
Much harder than they have in the past. I think in the past, like, okay, crypto, Web3, blockchain, these are things that are buzzing and maybe it's something we need to keep our eyes on, but like, not dedicate actual government resources to, uncover actual activities.
What they should do, it reminds me of Sam Bankman-Fried. He was like the poster child of Congress and crypto and all that.
Yeah.
And it felt like they were just asking him questions about crypto, and he was like supplying answers that benefited him, of course.
Yeah. Huh.
What they need to do is just ask more people, more prominent people in crypto.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, explain to us what's going on in DeFi.
Yeah.
It's like, what is its value, and why do people care about it?
But they have to be American founders, right? Or I mean, they could ask anybody.
They could.
I mean, they could just request like, hey man, you founder from Finland or Switzerland or something. You seem to have a very popular DeFi protocol over there.
Yeah, it's like when Andreas Antonopoulos, he had like a
that's true, yeah.
4-hour
perfect example.
4 or 6 hour video
in
talking
Canada.
to like people in Canada, like
they're led
higher
some
powers.
committee.
Yeah.
Higher powers.
Yeah.
The gods of Canada. That's what it was. But yeah.
I remember listening to that whole thing. I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because dude, Andreas was a beast.
Yeah.
He represented the Bitcoin Satoshi vision better than anybody. And he knew the ins and outs of how everything worked and how,
and he could explain it.
Yeah, very well. So you're right. Like that is the thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really name off the top of my head. Like,
who that would be?
Maybe like Andre Cronje.
No, I feel like Andre Cronje. Yeah, I mean he's one for sure. But Brian
Armstrong.
Yeah,
I think he could break down DeFi like as.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, he probably could.
Yeah,
he definitely could. So I mean, we're gonna start to see that then. We're anticipating because that is gonna be part of the process. Because now they gotta like, oh man, how do we do what you kind of like fast forward a lot of investigation.
It's easy. Just ask me. I'll design everything for you guys.
Hell yeah, dude! Send this clip to the what's it called? The Secretary of Treasury.
Yeah, who is it?
Treasury. Yeah. Send it to them. We have the solution already. You don't have to. You don't have to spend many years and have many like committee meetings and bring all the crypto peeps onto the platform and like have an inquisition to come to this inevitable same conclusion that it's already been drafted up here.
Dude, it's a beautiful solution.
And shout out Quadratta.
Yeah.
All day.
Dude, it's going to be an infrastructure piece to all this.
Yeah, because this is important. It is important. Whether we like it or not, the government's getting involved.
Really, it's not a whole lot to ask, really. It's like provide your identity, right? Yeah. It's going to be completely secure. No one's going to have access and nobody's going to use it. Yeah. And only the signature of your identity is going to be used, which nobody cares about signatures. That's the whole point of public and private key handshakes, right? So, and then that signature is going to represent your activity on chain. But it's just, come on, man. This is easy.
This is easy. You heard it here first, dude. All right. Well, then we got nothing to worry about. This is a positive message.
Yeah.
It's going to sound, maybe the title of this video or just everybody else you hear talk about this, like, dude, crypto's fucked.
Yeah.
It's doomed. It's gloomed. Like, this is the final nail.
I don't know. Are they trying to depress crypto prices so they can like accumulate more, or what's the strat here?
I don't think so. I think they're literally just doing their job, to be honest. They're like just investigating.
Scared? Huh? Being scared, like, spreading FUD?
No. Well, these
guys.
Yeah, the government.
Okay.
Of course, the guys in media, the ones, they're just looking for clicks and views and stuff. That's why it is very sensational. And it worked because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how the fuck would we ever find out the DeFi illicit finance risk assessment. Like, who's digging into this?
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't have found it if the headliners didn't attract us to it.
Right.
But this is important. I'm glad we did find it because, yeah, the government's watching, dude, and they know everything at this point.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to assume.
Yeah, I don't think any crypto project or the crypto ethos should be afraid of governments.
See, we'll know we made it in the metaverse space. Like once we get reports like this, like government reports. Like, it's like metaverse illicit activities risk assessment or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking something.
Or the metaverse GDPs has exceeded France. It's as a new threat to our economy.
Those kind of like the metaverse. Yeah, is a national security danger.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a conversation on the channel like, oh man,
it's like
they're gonna ban the metaverse.
Yeah, dual citizenship. You have like a U.S. citizen, like metaverse citizen.
Yeah, exactly. But you gotta pay tax, like whatever you
pay
do.
Taxes on both worlds,
on both ends. But you gotta pay taxes to your real world. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever you get, whatever you do from the digital, it's like you gotta kick it to the DAO.
Yeah.
Like kick it back to the United States. It's like, man, we're just gonna get fucked no matter what, dude. No matter where we go.
Taxes, no matter where we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's at least that's a lot less doom than we anticipated going into this.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Well, only because you theory crafted like a good solution, and
and it's so easy.
But hold on, don't take all the clout off of the off of the shoulders of Quadratta.
Of course.
They set up the perfect primitive to handle a situation like this.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Quadratta, I can connect you to the U.S. government if you need.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it, dude, for the greater good.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comment section below. We did go through a lot, sort of deep assessment as to how the government is kind of thinking about things, but never fear, there's definitely going to be a way. Stay optimistic.
Yeah.
And yeah, so follow us on Twitter at the Block Runner, at MetaZone.io, and at Roby AI, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.